Sportpsysten.com.
All right, sorry to keep you guys waiting. The gate was $1,005,000, 11,583 in attendance. The bonuses tonight were $70,000 each. Knockout of the night is Vitor Belfort. There were no submissions tonight, and the fight of the night was Evans versus Ortiz. For the first time ever, I'm giving out a thanks for getting those horrifying shorts off TV as soon as possible bonus. And I'm not joking. Brian Ebersol gets $70,000 too. Who's got the first question?
Rashad, congratulations on the win. I was wondering if you could, did you think speed was a difference in the fight? And to your left, right over here to your left, Kevin. Did you think speed was a difference in the fight? In your boxing, did you tighten it up from the last time we saw you in the cage?
Yeah, speed was definitely the difference, and I did tighten it up. You know, I just took my time with it, and that's one thing I wanted to do. I know I've been out there for a while. I knew Tito was going to be, you know, kind of trying to get at me kind of early, so I kind of felt his energy and knew he was going to try to come at me fast. But I wanted to make sure that I didn't rush into anything, and I took the time to set up my stand-up so things went right.
Rashad, I noticed you have a cast on your hand. What happened?
I just jammed my thumb really bad, and it's probably going to be a little bit dislocated. Just probably a couple weeks in a splint, and that's about it. But it doesn't feel like it's broken or anything. I just felt like in the first round, the first overhand right I threw, it kind of got jammed, and it felt funny, and it felt like it was dislocated. But there was no severe pain, none of that burning feeling you'll get like if you broke it. So it's just a little dislocation. That's probably it.
Rashad, after 14 months off, you looked in tremendous shape. Do you think that time off really helped you prepare for this fight and it helped you change some aspects of your game?
Yeah, it helped out a lot. It helped out mentally as well as physically. Physically speaking, I took time out, and you know, after the knee injury, I went and did a camp after I rehabbed. And then once I found out who I was fighting for sure and the day I was fighting for sure, I made sure I did another camp. So I did 2 camps back to back, and that's a lot longer than I normally did because, like I said in the press conference before, that I never lived the life of a fighter. You know, I only did 8-week camp, and that was about it. But this time I did, you know, was in camp for like 4 months straight, and it paid off dividends.
And for Tito, you're the exact opposite. You take this fight on short notice, 2 weeks. You did say you felt good, you know, training and all. But once you were in there, do you think having more time would have been beneficial to you?
Of course, you know. But I gotta, like I say, take my hands off to Rashad. He fought a great fight. He took his time, you know, and he didn't run away. He stood there and he fought with me. And I fought back. And I gave him my all. I know, like I say, for the first time in 2 fights that I have been injured, I haven't had any problems at all. I felt strong. I felt in shape. You know, my training partners, we all pushed hard. Taking a fight that close, I mean, I could sit there and go, I shouldn't have done it, but I was happy with doing it, you know. Dana asked me if I'd step up, and I stepped up. I stepped up for the UFC. I've been here since 97, and I'm still fighting. I'm still hungry. I still want to fight. You know, I fought a number 1 contender tonight on a 2 weeks notice, and I fought my ass off. And like I say, Rashad was a better man tonight.
And Tito, I do thank you, man. I appreciate that because the show wouldn't have been what it was if you didn't step up and take that fight. So I do appreciate that a lot. When you're out here fighting and it's for your career, you know, and I've been criticized for it a lot, trying to make decisions that make sense for my career. But sometimes you just got to go in there and do one from the gut, and that's what Tito did, and I appreciate him for doing it.
Jenna? Yeah. What's your next plans to Vitor and Tito?
I don't know yet. You know, obviously, Vitor's in a Tito type situation right now where he went in there and finished the fight real quick, didn't take any damage, and I'm sure he's ready to roll again. So we got to figure it out and see what's up. I'm sure Tito, on the other hand, wants to take some time off now and relax. But you know, it says a lot. Tito won fight of the night. It was a good fight tonight. Tito went out there and brought it, and you know, I talk a lot of stuff. I'm a big believer in ring rust. Rashad fucked my theory up a little bit tonight, but you know, he didn't look rusty at all. He looked great.
I want to fight before the year's over, for sure. I'm gonna take about a 1 month off, go on vacation, enjoy my family, enjoy my businesses, and get right back in the gym and hop on that horse again, man. Like I say, man, I'm young still. I just turned 36. I still got a lot of fight left in me. My mind's there. I want to
This is a question for Tito and Rashad. Tito, how close? It's Karen. How close did you think that choke was? And were you thinking, okay, here's a chance, a Bader situation all over again? How close was it? And Rashad, your opinion of how close was it?
I thought it was close for about maybe a tenth of a second, and then Rashad pushed my knee down. I was like, damn. Then I made a little mistake, and I left my elbow up a little tight, a little high. I teach my kids, my submission class at Punishment Training Center, how to drop your elbow down, and Rashad must have been working on the defense for that, because all of a sudden he pushed my knee across, and I was like, shit. I thought I had it for about, like I said, a tenth of a second, but Rashad had great defense on it.
Yeah, right before in Renzo Gracie, we were working out, and he was telling me, when he gets you in that position, just put your head on the floor and then put your shoulder in. As soon as he grabbed me, and I just put my head to the floor as hard as I could, and I put my shoulder into him, and then I see his knee wasn't, so then I pushed his knee down and started working on his hands. But once I just pushed my head to the floor and pushed that knee down and started working on his hands, I didn't feel any pressure from it. The worst thing you can do in that choke is pull out, and what I did is I moved forward, so that way I wasn't in any danger of getting choked.
Question for Dana White. What do you think about Alexander and Matt Hamill's fight and your thoughts about Alexander's future?
Yeah, it was a great fight. I actually thought that was going to be a much more competitive fight with Hamill. He looked great tonight, man. Big win for him.
For Vitor, congratulations. Can you kind of just walk us through the deciding sequence? I mean, after you hit him the first time and kind of wobbled him, do you feel like you were going to end it right there?
First, I thank everyone that has been here supporting the sport. I just trained so hard. The last fight, me and Anderson, if he would throw that kick, this would happen to him. He knows that on his mind. So I'm ready for what's next, and I want the winner. I would like to fight the winner. I don't know, but I would like to fight the winner. Wakami or Anderson. I come here so hungry. I was so hungry in the gym. It was even hard to find sparring partners because I was so focused, so mental focus. My body was so aching, aching for fighting, and my speed. I think I'm faster than before. Someone say I'm the vintage of Vitor. I'm telling you, on this weight division, whatever I hit, I make sure people go down, and I'm here to make a stand. 19 years old, I won the tournament after I won the light heavyweight, and now I'm going for the belt. That's my goal, and that's my future, and I'm in my role, and I'm not gonna stop. Nobody gonna stop.
All week, whenever we asked you about Anderson in the last fight, you said you'd overcome it. It wasn't really in your mind, but was it something you were getting motivation out of that kind of helped you with that drive you just talked about?
Past is a canceled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note, and today's cash on hand now. Everything's on the past is gone. I'm looking for the future. And even like Yakiyama trying to throw that kick, I slicked right away, and I was ready. I knew this kick, everybody's trying this kick, so we've been working hard, me and Ray Seffel, we've been working through that kick. So I'm telling you, someone is in this weight division, trade hands with me, get ready. Next time we bring pillows for people. So I'm ready. I'm very ready. So I know what I want.
He looked pretty pissed when Akiyama threw that kick at him.
That's done.
Dana, can I ask you a question about Rory McDonald? Obviously last year John Jones was the hottest thing around. This year could be a massive year for Rory McDonald. I mean, he was amazing tonight, and I just wondered, do you not want to push these youngsters on too much because they've got to develop their skills? But with someone like Rory McDonald, he just dealt with Mike Pyle so easily tonight. Can you just talk about Rory for us and where you think he can go?
Yeah, I was very impressed with the way he performed tonight. And usually before and after every fight, I'll tweet something. And I didn't tweet after his fight, and Canada was pretty pissed off about it. I got a lot of people going, you don't say anything after Rory's fight? Yeah, so let me just say it here. Wow, I was blown away. And he went in against a talented, motivated, well-rounded fighter in Mike Pyle, and he made it look easy. And, people are calling this kid the next GSP, including GSP, so.
Okay, my question is to Vitor. I'm going to ask him in Portuguese and after I can translate, okay? Vitor, como é que você se sente após essa vitória? Tirou um peso das suas costas e eu queria que você deixasse um recado para essa galera do Brasil que está toda te assistindo. And my question is, how he feels, if he feels soft after this victory, to leave a message for the Brazilian fans.
I feel like I accomplished a mission, and every time we have a goal in life, and you know, people confuse dreams with desire. I have a dream. I had a dream when I was 13 years old. I told my mom that I would be world champion. With 19 years old, I conquer. And I have a dream, you know, me and my camp, my friends, my family. I move everyone to Vegas, and I want to be here. I want to establish my career. You know, I made a bad move when I was young. I left the UFC, and I went back to live in Brazil. So now I'm very focused. I'm training hard in Vegas. You know, I know what I want. UFC knows I'm paying, I'm doing the sacrifice, and I'm here to make a statement. So I was part of the past, I'm part of the present, and I will be part of the future. And the message that I have to Brazil is, Brazil, get ready. UFC is coming, and today was like World Cup in Brazil. So everybody here in America doesn't understand. You guys are gonna see the best crowd of people. You know, they're very, like, all these guys here sitting down, they've never been to Brazil. Brazil love UFC. It's the second sport in UFC in Brazil right now is UFC. Open TV is supporting UFC. Dana White, Lorenzo is investing in UFC, bringing this many shows possible to Brazil. And Brazil, we're gonna overcome soccer. Listen to this. I know it sounds crazy, but we're gonna overcome soccer in 3 years. And I know that for a fact, because wherever UFC goes, overcome everybody. So, you know, I'm not a crazy dreamer. This is reality. So, UFC, get ready. Brazil, get ready.
Gymgrossisten.com